welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing really well. My name's Lois, and if you're new here, I'm feeling pretty happy today because it is summer in the UK and I've got to admit I do much prefer the summer to the winter. So it's lovely and warm, and today I thought I would do a rainbow CAS challenge. So I've decided to do it as a pastel rainbow because I don't know, I'm not a bright colours kind of girl. I prefer more muted tones and pastels, so that's what I thought I'd do. So we're starting off here with Pastel Red and I've got to say I really love how she turned out. I love her face. I don't know, it's kind of just, it's a little bit different and I think she looks really kind of sweet. So with all the Sims that I've made today, I've used the trait randomizer, which was new in the update, to kind of give them a little bit more of kind of a character as well, because I don't know, I thought it'd be quite fun. So you'll see me doing that at the end, but I thought I'd talk about them while I'm designing the sim. So Red, I gave her the what's it called, the ambition, her ambition to be a friend of the world, because I don't know, I just thought she's got a very friendly, happy face, and the trait she gets is that she loves art and she's cheerful and she's also ambitious. So like I said, I think cheerful fits her really well. She just looks really happy, like even when I'm creating her, she's just got a happy look about her and I love that. So I made her into a curvy sim and I just think she just turns out so beautiful, and this dress that I gave her, I don't know if it's maybe a little bit pink. I don't know. I'll pop a picture of the colours that I was going off, and it wasn't, Pastel Red isn't particularly pink. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I wanted it to still be quite red, not just go out all out there with, you know, with baby pink or something. So I don't know, I think it does kind of fit it. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but I love her outfit. Yeah, it's kind of just quite a fun outfit, and just popped some little earrings in her, and yeah, kind of I tried to find some eyes that didn't make her look evil, because, you know, when you give someone red eyes, they turn evil. So I think I kind of went with just a normal eye colour in the end. I think it was blue with just a little bit of a pink tinge to it. So yeah, now we're doing Pastel Orange. And again, I love how she turned out. To be honest, I don't think there's one sim that I made that I wasn't happy with. There was a few sims that I found very difficult because of the colour. And actually I think I found Pastel Orange quite hard because, I don't know, I just don't really seem to have many like light orange things in my game. I have quite a lot of dark orange, and I also struggled with yellow because, again, I have lots of bright yellows but not so much pastel. But yeah, onto orange. So she turned out with the ambition to be the chief of mischief. I don't know why, I just got a little bit of a mischievous kind of vibe from her when I finished creating her. She just, I don't know, she gave me that look, so I thought, yeah, we'll give you the mischief ambition. And she also got non-committal, neat and creative, which I think fit her. I do think fit her. So I never really play with the non-committal trait. I don't know why. Sometimes I do feel a bit guilty, like giving my Sims bad traits, but I do think it's fun, you know, to every so often give them something to know, you know, build the character a little bit more. Otherwise, I end up just always playing Sims that are neat, cheerful, and charismatic, and you know, that can get kind of boring. So I like that she got a trait that was maybe a little bit more negative. Although, is it negative to be non-committal, you know? I assume all these Sims are young adults. I think they were when I made it, so you know, there's nothing wrong with not wanting to settle down. So so yeah, I found it very difficult to dress Pastel Orange because, like I said, I don't really have much like pastel orange clothes, and I do end up kind of changing the outfit halfway through. So I start with maybe going for a top and jean combo, but you'll see the top that I decide on, I don't know, I just didn't think it was pastel enough, and I wanted to be true to the challenge that I gave myself, so I do kind of mix it up halfway through. These jeans, and I thought, yes, they're pastel orange. That is my definition of pastel orange, so I built the outfit around this, and yeah, I think the outfit ends up being kind of arty, if that's a word. To be honest, I think all the Sims outfits that I created, except green, turn out to be quite, I don't want to say urban because I don't think that's the right word. I think I just want to say like arty fashion, you know, art student kind of vibe. That's I don't know if you know that about me, but that's what I did at university. I did a fine art degree, so I think I've got a lot of style influence from those 3 years that I spent. And yeah, I give her the little piercing in the nose. I really love how she turned out. I don't know where I downloaded this for. Well, I do, is SIMS, but it's these cute little flowers in the pocket, and I thought, yes, the orange, we're going to give her those. And it just, you know, she's definitely art student kind of vibe. So now we're on to Pastel Yellow, and I had a bit of trouble making this sim. I started out making a different sim to start with, and I was like, no, so I just scrapped that and just started again. I think sometimes you just have to do that. You just have to start again. So with Yellow, she turned out being, I think she just turned out looking really sweet. So I gave her the big happy family aspiration, and she got insider, childish and romantic, which I think, again, I think they fit her. I don't know, again with the childish trait, I don't know if it is kind of negative, but I kind of saw it as being, she's quite sweet, she's quite innocent, and she's quite young looking. So yeah, I like that about her. And I never really play with the trait insider, to be honest. I don't really play with the groups that often when I play, like doing gameplay, which I should do. Actually, no, I do use them. When I'm making families, I kind of make a family group so that instead of having to faff around inviting people and they come, then they go, and then someone else comes and they go, they all just stay together. And I think it's a brilliant tool for doing that. This hair that I gave her, I don't know, because it was pastel yellow, that is kind of blonde in my opinion. So I was looking through some blonde hairstyles, but this one I felt definitely had a bit more of a yellow tinge than the other blonde hairstyles, so I went with this. And again, I don't know, this kind of hairstyle just, it makes it look quite innocent and young, in my opinion. I'm not quite sure. And that kind of outfit that I give her, again, is quite young looking, and yeah. Again, like I said before, I found yellow pretty tricky to do because got a lot of yellow, dark yellow clothes, but not many pastel ones. But in the end, I do kind of like how it turned out. I was a bit limited on my options, but nonetheless, I like it. I really enjoyed doing this challenge, and I love watching other people do it. So that's kind of what inspired me to do it. I've been seeing a lot of videos recently of people kind of just building a sim using one colour. And I don't know, I just think they're really fun to watch, and it's a bit of a challenge to do. So I think the sims that I made, I think I may incorporate them into my new Let's Play, which is where I created a sim based on the new story mode that we got in the latest update. So if you haven't watched that yet, I'm going to link it in the description below. But I'm thinking if I maybe change up some of the girls' hair colours and maybe not make them quite as matchy, you know, they'd be able to be used in everyday sim life without looking a little bit colour obsessed. I'm not sure. But yeah, here we go. So I go with a frilly yellow top and just a cute little denim skirt, a very summery outfit. Oh, and these glasses that I'm going to add on her, I just think finish it off. They're really cool glasses, little round ones. And again, I think my sim has turned into basically, you know, fine art kind of style. Obviously, I'm not very good at doing other clothing styles. I just dress my sims how I dress, which is either quite plain or like a little bit arty. So there we go. That is pastel yellow done, and we're now moving on to pastel green. And I gave her the mansion baron aspiration and the traits. Traits. Had a bit of a brain fart then. I was like, is that what they're called? But yeah, I gave her the traits ambitious, clumsy, and she loves music. I gave her the mansion baron one because I don't know, I feel like this is going to be quite random for me to say, but basically her style, she looks quite tailored. So I thought, you know what? That girl has her head screwed on right and she wants to work hard and own a big house. I don't know, I think I was clutching at strings there a little bit, but never mind. And also clumsy and music, I don't know, I quite like those traits. She can, you know, she's into music, what can I say? But I think pastel green is, I think she turned out gorgeous. Like, I love the thick eyebrows and the edges that I gave her. But the only thing is, if I was going to play with her in my normal let's play, I think I would take away the green hair. I don't know, I just really struggle with green hair. I find a lot of the kind of swatches you get, I don't know, they're just like a little bit bogey coloured. But the ones that I go with, I think they're maybe a little bit brighter than I would have liked, but it was really hard, okay? All of the colours that were kind of green were then also kind of blue, and my next sim's blue, so I couldn't do that. But the ones that I go with in the end is this colour that you see here. Maybe a little bit more neon than I would have wanted, but never mind. I feel like if I change the hair colour back to black, the sim would kind of match a lot more. But never mind. I do like how she turned out. She is very matchy, but then again, all my sims are, so I don't really know what I'm saying. I feel like green's one of the least kind of colours in my wardrobe. I really don't have many green pieces of clothing, so I don't know, I did find it hard to work out what kind of matched with green. I think the kind of green that I've got in my wardrobe is more of a khaki green, is that how you say it? Like more of a dark green, and yeah, I prefer that shade of it than to pastel, to be honest. But I did find this top, and I do think that is the definition of pastel green, so I went with that. And yeah, like I said, I added in some more tailored trousers, so she kind of looked a little bit more fancy. You know, she's got her head screwed on, girl knows what she's doing in life. And yeah, these kind of paper bag waists, these are by Ellie Simple, and I think they're so gorgeous, like they're so beautifully made. In real life though, I don't like paper bag style items of clothing, you know, skirts and trousers. There's some kids outside shouting really loud. I really hope you can't hear that. But yeah, I don't know, paper bag trousers, they don't fit my kind of body shape, and I'm not sure. I feel like they just add too much volume to my waist, and yeah, not for me. But they suit her. Right, so now we're on to Pastel Blue. And again, I feel like I'm just repeating myself. She basically turns out like an art student, basically. All these sims are, that we'll just say that's what I was doing. I meant to do that, okay? These lips that I give her, this preset, I really love them. They're kind of, I don't know, they're a little bit different, so you can see the teeth behind the lips and a little bit pouty. I don't know, I think they're really cute. Yeah, I just think the lips kind of add a different dimension to my sims, and I've definitely been getting into downloading kind of custom content presets for my sims recently. I don't feel like I struggle when I'm creating a sim, because I think I like how my sims turn out, but there is always something in the back of my head that's like, oh, you sims all look kind of similar, and I do think they do, which is why presets, they just give you something completely new to like play around with. So yeah, definitely want to download some more of them. Another thing that I keep meaning to download but keep forgetting is some different kind of body presets. I've got one which I use in my next sim, my Pastel Purple, but I really want some more curvy body presets, because I mean, let's face it, the Sims ones, it's not good. I think what bothers me the most is like when you're making more of a curvy sim, you can't make the legs and the arms any bigger, so you kind of end up having this beautiful sim with like arms that don't match, and yeah, it bugs me a lot. So I have seen that they have got some really nice body presets. I'm not sure who buy, but I'm definitely going to download them. And oh, I've just really been in the mood to do some custom content shopping. I think from making these sims, I don't know, I just I feel like I need more clothes, okay? I need more Sims clothes, even though I've already got lots, but I'm growing tired of them. I love this makeup that I end up using on her, just like little white dots. I downloaded this in my Siren custom content. I've got quite a lot of like mermaid custom content in my game now, but I thought this one, you know, it wasn't too out there, it kind of matches the style, so I used that on her. And I don't know, I've started off wanting Pastel Blue to be a little bit gothy, a little bit more alternative, but I kind of found that quite hard to do with blue. You know, everything that I own seemed to be black or white, and that's kind of cheating. So instead I gave her these really cool flared bottoms. Low-key really wish I could pull off flares, but I can't. And this cute white top. Right, so we're on to the last sim now, which is Pastel Purple. And yeah. I think out of all of them, this sim is my favourite. I don't know why, but it's just the look she kept giving me. I don't know, it's like she's mad at me. I love it. I just love how her face turned out. And I add onto her, you know, a feature because I've got to represent, you will see in a minute. I give her a bum chin because if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll see that I too have a bum chin, and throughout my life I have always hated it so much. Everyone comments on it, you know, makes jokes about it, but I've learned to accept it. You know, it's my face, it's not going to change. So now I'm making it my mission to represent myself in The Sims and give my Sims bum chins. And you know what? She's definitely pulling it off. I love it on her. I know it's not a feature that everyone likes, but you know, when you're born with it, you've got to accept it. And yeah, she is rocking the bum chin. So the style that I gave this sim was kind of quite relaxed, quite a relaxed style. You know, she's too mad to be dressing all fancy. She just wants to chill out, alright? So I give her, oh, like I said earlier, I gave her this body preset that I've got. It is a hip dip preset. So with the normal Maxis body presets, you know, all these women have got these beautifully round hips, but I don't know, that's just, it's not realistic. Not everyone looks like that, so I love this body preset. It gives a bit of a hip in the dips and the thighs stick out a little bit more, and she's definitely rocking this. She looks really good with it. Oh yeah, I wanted to give her a nose piercing because, I don't know, I feel like she'd really pull it off, like, you know, just a little, what's it called, a little stud in the nose, but nothing fitted her nose. And I even tried to change her nose around to see if it would, but it wouldn't, so I just couldn't work out in my head. So instead I just give her another septum one, which suits her. And also I love this little scar that's on her nose. I think it adds a bit more dimension to the face. And there we go. Oh, I didn't talk about the traits I gave her. So I gave her writer, ambition, child of the ocean, trait, creative, and she's vegetarian. So there we go. That's my pastel rainbow challenge done, and I hope you've all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments who your favourite is, and yeah, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.